Fight on, men and women in the blue and white. Fight on with all your very might. Horses high is our battle cry. Fight, horseheads, fight. Keep up the courage to keep goals in sight. Fight, horseheads, fight. For a horizon that is bright. Keep fighting, old white and blue. Shall ever walk a path that's straight and true. Raise your head up to the sky for horseheads high. And also, fight on, you men of Trinity. Fight on, you men of victory. Trinity, our true shall ever be. Fight, Trinity. Give up the fight for fame and glory. Fight, Trinity. We measure strength and loyalty. Keep fighting, old blue and gold. Shall ever flaunt the skies in victory. Raise your voice and shout the praise of Trinity. With a final score of 28-12, the Horseheads Blue Raiders defeated the Binghamton Patriots, and with a final score in a battle of lions of 17-12, the Trinity-Pawling Pride defeated the Kent Lions. Man, am I happy right now. I gotta sing 2 fight songs today. That's awesome. Good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. One moment, please. Gotta pull up a chair so I can sit down and talk about what's going on. Actually, hold on a minute. Right, so, where was I? Horseheads won, and Trinity-Pawling won. That was great. And I'm on cloud 9 right now. Man, and actually, before I talk, let's get to my low, my high, my active kindness. My low is, I was kind of expecting to do something for dinner last night because normally my father and I would go to Sorge's for dinner, but they weren't open for whatever reason. And I kept suggesting one thing, but he wanted to do something else. But that's okay, because my high was, not only did we go to, we wanted to go into the Cellar, which is a really great place in Corning. And I actually ran into some old friends of mine who were on a date night. That was really cool. But, obviously my high was I got to spend the evening with my father. I got to wait for my mom before she came home. And, right. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. And, funny thing, all 3 of us wound up getting the special. Well, here's the thing. We brought my mom home the special, but my father and I also got their soup at the Cellar, which was split pea and bacon. I mean, come on, split pea and bacon? That's awesome. Then I'm a huge soup guy. Yeah, I know I always talk about French onion soup and New England clam chowder, but I like split pea soup. Sure, absolutely. Oh, I also really love minestrone too. I consider minestrone, New England clam chowder, and French onion my veggie surf and turf. For those of you who don't know. Anyway, the dish that we all had didn't really have a name to it. The staff there just called it the chicken and shrimp gnocchi, which it was very, very good. It had kale and shrimp and chicken and gnocchis and like some cilantro, I think it was. Maybe it was parsley, I forget. But it was very, very, very good. Anyway, so my act of kindness was, when I was with my father yesterday, I took care of some of the laundry for him. Because, as long as I'm there, I want to, help out. And, I like doing laundry for him. It's nice. I got to do some of my laundry too. So, good morning, happy Sunday, everybody. And I'm actually at quite a crossroads because, I saw yesterday's episode of Amphibia, but I don't want to talk about that today. I'll do that tomorrow. Don't worry. There's no One Piece manga chapter tomorrow, so we're good. Instead, I want to talk about something important. Something serious. Something I have been meaning to talk about for a good couple weeks now. But I wanted to wait and see when the right time was. And now this is the right time. And that's the fact that right now, my alma mater, Horseheads High School, is seeing a vast amount of, honestly, for the time being, very unprecedented success. Like, I've said this before, this is probably the best team Horseheads has had in the last 15 years. Even better when I was there, I think. And that's saying a lot because we had some great players back then. But this is a week in which this is for all the marbles. Because next week is Horseheads homecoming against an all too familiar foe, especially for someone like me who was around Horseheads, who was playing Horseheads football at that time. Next week, we play a school called Union Endicott. And every single year I was at Horseheads, we always lost to Union Endicott. We never beat them. And we didn't just never beat them, we got rocked by them. The difference in the score was always like 35-7, at least. Sometimes it was 41-14. In fact, the one time it was even remotely close was when we lost to them in the sectional final game, in the sectional title game, and we lost 35-23, but those last like 9 points were like gimmies. So this game is emotional for me. And I will, and I've said this before many times, I really wasn't very good. You know, I never played, you know, it never occurred to me I could anticipate the snap of the ball. You know, some of the plays I couldn't really get a handle on because to me it didn't really make any sense where if you're an offensive guard who's a big guy and there's a relatively similar sized guy in front of you, you're going to pull away for someone potentially smaller to go get him? Or someone who's not fast enough to go get him? I don't think so. So when I tell you that it always really devastated me that I couldn't play, I mean it. Because especially in my senior year, that game I probably could make all the difference. But we'll never know. And, you know, I've come to grips with that. Although I still get nightmares of, again, losing as much as we did. So, when I tell you that this is a big game, I couldn't be more serious. In fact, with the fact that Horseheads is ranked 17th in New York State, and Union Endicott is now ranked 16th in New York State, this proposes a very, very, very close matchup on paper. The truth is, Union Endicott was always a school that relished in being bigger, stronger, faster, meaner, and just overall playing better than Horseheads was. And it's not to say Horseheads couldn't do anything. We could be big. We could be fast. We could be strong. We could be mean. They just always outclassed us. That's all it was. And eventually it would get to the point in the game where we just couldn't take it anymore and the wheels fell off. And that's why we always lost the way we did. But I don't think that's going to happen this week. I don't. In fact, from what I've seen out of this team, Horseheads High School has 5 things going for it that I believe can make the difference in this game. And so,
with that said, the first is something I have noticed right away. For whatever reason, other than maybe the fact that they want to win, Horseheads has been doing a great job of making good choices on and off the field. With each passing week, I've noticed them getting better and better. Whatever adjustments they needed to work on in the previous game, they corrected a week later. Obviously, they lost to Maine Enwell, but Maine Enwell's ranked number 1 in New York State, and plus they're not even in the same league, so it didn't even matter. But I'm sure they probably learned stuff from that game that's helped them get better. And that's why they're 5-1 right now. And that's good. The second thing that I've noticed is that these guys, this team as a whole, is doing a great job of looking out for each other. You got to keep continuing to do that. If you feel like you're nervous about something, talk to one of your teammates. You know what? Talk to one of your coaches. Listen, your coaches love helping their athletes feel better or feel comfortable in any given athletic situation. It's not only their job, but I know several people on that coaching staff. They were my teachers, actually. They love to help their students and talk to them. Trust me, they relish in that. I'm not even kidding. They're just fun to talk to. And believe me, they're good at motivating too. That head coach at Horseheads, he is probably, I'm just saying this right now. There is a coach, a legendary coach from Horseheads history, named Joe Matika. The Horseheads coach we have now, I'm thinking is the second coming of Joe Matika. I mean, dead serious on that. But that's just me. Now, your third thing, because remember, your first thing is you're great at making great choices on and off the field. Your second choice is you're there for each other a lot on and off the field. Now, your third aspect comes solely off the field, and that's from your crowd, specifically the Rowdy Raiders. Now, I know this stadium was specifically designed to have a person walk in, and if you're on for the home team, that's great. But if you're on the away team, we're going to make your life miserable, and that all comes from the Rowdy Raiders. Rowdy Raiders out there, if you're watching this, you gotta get loud. You gotta get you gotta get so rowdy, we better be able to hear it from space. Okay? You gotta make Union Endicott's away crowd feel horrible that they are there. And I believe you can do that. Now, granted, Union Endicott likes to play dirty. They love bringing their marching band with them. That's dirty. But guess what? But it's our homecoming too, so we have a marching band as well. We can play your game too, Union Endicott. Don't you worry. We got you. Again, that's just something I noticed. Seriously, with this new stadium, I had never seen the Rowdy Raiders this rowdy since every time I saw Horseheads play at the time Elmira Free Academy in basketball. Okay? These people are crazy. You could say they're rowdy, if you will. All right. Now, your fourth thing you have going for you is your defense. Now, I mentioned back when Horseheads beat Corning that this is probably the biggest win of this head coach's tenure. I said that for the simple fact that for the first time that I've noticed, Horseheads finally has a defense that no matter what the odds are, they do not give up. Corning has always been known for essentially using, for lack of a better analogy, smoke and mirrors when running the football. This is the first time I've ever seen a defense be like, no, we're not going to let you do that. We're going to keep coming after you. And if you think we're done, we're not. And guess what? That same logic can work on Union Endicott. Because Union Endicott will always be expecting Horseheads to be like, oh, we're bigger and better than they are. We just got to pound them a little bit and, they'll back off and we'll roll right through them. I don't think that's going to happen this week. Because if you play against Union Endicott like you played against Corning, I give you all the chance in the world. For sure. And now we get to the final thing. The fifth thing that Horseheads has going for it. And the reason why I'm holding on to this little baby right here. If you couldn't already tell, when Horseheads beat Binghamton yesterday, it was just basically number 33 just carrying the ball everywhere. And yeah, I couldn't even get good highlights and numbers because all they kept saying was that they just kept feeding number 33 the ball. Funny story. I believe it was the other day that a poll came out in the local media as to who the best player in Section 4 football is. I forget who, but there's one particular guy on Union Endicott who's supposed to be really, really good. Here's the funny thing, though. In the polls, number 33 is right behind him. And it is absolutely crazy how it's working like that. So, with that said, as I'm watching this game and watching all these numbers and everything going unfold and everything of that sort, I'm just saying to myself, this game has to be a shootout. This game has to absolutely be a shootout between whoever the best player of Union Endicott is and number 33. If they can make this game a shootout like that, then I'm picking number 33 to go all the way. So, obviously, number 33, I know I joke around that, I know I keep joking around saying, give someone else a chance to win this award. But yesterday you won this award. Because throughout every single week, you've dropped the hammer like I've never seen. How I wish Trinity-Pawling would see any highlights of you and try and recruit you, because they could use somebody like you on that team. They can only have 4 PGs. And so, that's how it works. Sorry, my apartment's making weird noises. I'm sorry. Where was I? Right. So, again, the 5 things Horseheads has going for it is 1, they're great at making good choices on and off the field. 2, they're great at helping each other on and off the field. 3, the Rowdy Raiders can really make all the difference in a home game like this. 4, your defense knows not the meaning of give up. And number 33 is your ace in the hole. Although I will, a word of caution with that last one. Of course, Union Endicott is very well aware that number 33 is your ace in the hole. So they're going to try and shut him down. Number 33, if you're watching this, you can't let them get in your head. That's how Union Endicott always beat us back then. And believe me, they're going to try that on you. You can't let that happen. If you're feeling nervous, you can always talk to somebody. Again, that's your coach's job to help you with that sort of stuff. But then again, I'm just a lowly spectator. I'm just an alumni. Although that being said, you better believe I'm going to be at the game. And I'll be dressed in my blue and white, ready to go. Although, I actually have a shirt underneath. To the Horseheads Blue Raiders, that's Union Endicott's colors. I suggest you begin to loathe this color. See, they're the Tigers, and so they're orange and black with some white. So I don't really have an orange and black shirt, but just for the sake of actually I get the feeling Union Endicott's away uniforms are like white or something, but with a little bit. But there's orange in there. I mean, again, the Tigers, so of course there'll be orange in there. So yeah. I think we're in for something big in a few days. Something huge. This game is for all the marbles. And if Horseheads can utilize those 5 things I mentioned, we got this. I feel really bad because I didn't really talk about today's NFL picks, did I? Well, I guess we could probably take care of that real quick. Let me get my computer right here. There we go. Give it a minute or two to load up. I mean, I know some teams are playing today, but I don't really know much else for it. Alright, if I can just quickly... Oh, dear. Sorry, my internet's kind of slow. One moment, please. Alright, so. As of right now, I was already right about the Buccaneers being the Eagles. So, Dolphins and Jaguars. I'm picking the Dolphins. I'll pick the Vikings over the Panthers. I'll pick the Ravens over the Chargers. I'll pick the Rams over the Giants. Man, the Colts and the Texans really aren't very good. You know what? I like that Quentin Nelson on the Colts. I'll go for the Colts. The Kansas City Chiefs over the Washington football team. The Packers over the Bears. The Bengals over the Lions. The Cardinals over the Browns. My Cowboys over the Patriots, obviously. The Raiders over the Broncos. And the Seahawks over the Steelers. So the teams I picked today are the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Ravens, the Rams, the Colts, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Cowboys, the Raiders, and the Seahawks. So there you go. And just FYI to the rowdy Raiders out there who are watching this, there's a reason why I've been singing that fight song. And as luck would have it, YouTube has a rewind button. I suggest you learn the song. I get the feeling that might actually help you. Just a hunch. Like, favorite, share, the subscribe button, follow me on social media on YouTube. I'm going to be home this video for all you guys to watch the show for today. Hopefully, have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Remember, you guys, talk to me as we here to land news right back. Take care and make good choices. Goodbye. See ya.